Tougher measures in Kenya are helping to counter the high rates of trafficking in wildlife. China's proactive stance against illicit wildlife trafficking in Africa in recent years has also helped Kenya shift trends in this crime. Chinese companies are also helping to sensitize communities living near game parks and reserves about the negative effects of poaching. CGTN's Arapmoi has more.
Once it roamed across Africa in their thousands, but today the rhinoceros has been driven to near extinction. Years of widespread poaching have devastated northern white rhino populations across the world. Kenya remains home to one of the largest populations of rhinos in Africa, after South Africa, with black rhino populations still thriving in parks. The East African country is a pioneer of the sanctuary approach, placing rhinos in fenced-off areas under the close watch of armed rangers. Human actions continues to threaten wildlife by destroying the places where they live and by using them in ways that are not sustainable. To end the ivory trade, Kenya imposed stiffer penalties for wildlife poaching, but the East African country is not alone. China has since closed its domestic ivory market and banned commercial processing of rhino horns.
And you're trying to use something we call indigenous knowledge by trying to get the old people, our fathers, our mothers, our grandmothers, tell us a story. In your times, you lived with so many rhinos, How comes you're able to see them? How comes in your times you never killed them?
Chinese companies operating in Kenya have also been on the forefront in sensitizing local communities near parks about the dangers associated with poaching.
This is a big milestone, and I would say that for many years, people have been fighting China. You cannot fight the person who is making a change. And it is good they came voluntarily to say now enough is enough. And now I'm surprised now that they are even telling Kenyans to stop poaching. And this actually is what I would say should be the message.
A team of vets recently managed to harvest 10 eggs from the last 2 surviving female northern white rhinos in Kenya, in an unprecedented procedure restoring hope about the future of the white rhino. Conservationists say that concerted efforts should be employed to save the last northern white rhinos and also galvanize the world's attention to the plight of all rhinos to avoid making decisions that undermine law enforcement and fuel demand for the rhino horn. Arapmoi, CGTN, Nairobi, Kenya.